Men hate the way they look more than any generation there is today. I have a lot of backing. I've done a lot more research on these videos. Your guys' comments have been very popular and very resonating within my video process. Thank you for the feedback, and please subscribe. I'm not saying this to get fame. I'm getting this because it's nice to have reoccurring viewers that we can conversate and debate. You know, it's fun. It's really interesting seeing what you guys have to say. But again, men hate the way they look more than any generation. That is my hypothesis. I have 3 claims this video. The first claim is going to be social media has a negative impact on the way they look at themselves. My second claim is going to be games and entertainment have completely changed the way they were designed for their original purpose to how overstimulating they are today. And my last claim will be a surprise claim. It's a little far-fetched, but we'll get there. But to build upon my first claim, social media is going to be ruining and has been ruining men in the last 10 years. My first evidence, my first reasoning and evidence is going to be an article by Stanford EDU. I'll be linking all the links in the description if you guys want to go more in depth about it. But it is a simple summary of the fact that social media is ruining mental health, how New York has claimed it as a public health hazard. That is ridiculous. I mean, I agree with them completely. And for the second evidence, I want to portray somebody named Eric English. I actually think he looks great as a bodybuilder, but the way he was doing it is not how you start the sport in any way whatsoever. It was dangerous the way that he did it and reckless. He is a 16-year-old fluctuating his hormones. There has been a lot of conversation about him, a lot. I mean, it goes as far back as saying that dramatic effects, the people hang out with, the trend twins, all the people that is negatively influencing how he is living his life. And at the age of 16, it's ridiculous. I actually was looking for his Instagram. It just got banned like just now, which is something else, a completely different matter entirely. But just look at the pictures. Look how much he's changed. I think I've said this before in the hypergamy video that a new baseline gets created with social media. Whenever social media content exists, whenever social media content exists, it leads people to think this is what the definition of success looks like. It makes people think this is what like the name and definition looks like. The fancy McLaren, the fancy body, right? People will take shortcuts. People will take whatever it gets to get there. And it leads to this destructive, self-destructive, depressive state of young men in this generation. It's something that hasn't been seen as much until today, right? It used to be that this is theater, this is drama. Look at how amazing this like person looks, right? That's the argument I said in the last video. Plato and Aristotle. Plato, being his teacher, has said that the theater is bad. People will copy theater. Aristotle said, oh no, it's not bad. People will see it and they won't do it. But it's when people forget that social media is simply put social media. And everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to make opinions. Everybody wants to be important. Everyone wants to hit what they think is success. And that mindset leads to destruction, self-destruction. Another thing I wanted to build upon real quick is this comment here. I don't remember exactly what it said, but it's going to be on the screen. They're saying that it looks like I dealt with lust. That's not true. What I mainly deal with is self-image. I think that there is a fine line of healthy, like trying to build your body in a healthy way, and a fine line of appearance issues where you look at yourself and you hate the way you look, right? That's what I think social media is doing to young men, and that's something I've personally experienced. I'm going to be going into the second part of this argument. The second part of this argument is going to be that not only social media in the sense of comparison, but social media, video games, and online entertainment in the sense of how dopamine is treated. I went into this in the last video with explicit content, how it's hijacking the adult brain, the young adult brain, the child's brain, But now we're going to go into video game sections. I saw this Reddit post and it was kind of funny. A year ago, it was titled "Least Oversaturated Roblox Games These Days." You look at it, you're like, what the hell is this? Kids these days, they're on their iPad. They're literally getting hijacked. You can search up yourself if you want to. Zootopia 2. See that there's not a single frozen frame. There's not a single quiet frame, because that's how content is made today. And it's all for profit. That is the worst part too. The problem is these corporations don't care if it's ruining us. They have to, it's like they have to get better. They have to get better. And same thing with content creation. They have to do a funnier video. They have to do a crazier thumbnail. And that's the problem with even entertainment. Like, look at the Roblox video game. It's a simple argument. I don't even have to debate it. Look at the screen right now. If you're like listening to this, just look for 10 seconds. Roblox game now? 1972 Pong. This is what is happening to our generation. We are experiencing a complete toxification, a complete poisoning of our entertainment. And my last claim in this video is going to be testosterone levels in men, hormone changes, hormone imbalances. There was that Hollywood star that said, they're turning our frogs gay. We thought nothing of it. And now we see that the years of the 70s, the years of the 60s, compared to now in the sense of testosterone, food production, the way stuff is being made, the way it's being packaged with thousands of chemicals, it's just leading to a society that is going to cripple, it's going to fall, because no one cares about the people, no one cares about us. There is something, a greater force that is, simply put, poisoning the entertainment, poisoning the games, poisoning the food, now poisoning the mind, right? That is what I've started to notice. Just looking at these videos, trying to think of another topic, trying to figure out the question. Like, it all correlates to a lot of the problems nowadays. It's just people want to do better and be more successful. Therefore, they're willing to go and do something that is detrimental to themselves. That is, what's it called? That is one bigger step than the other. Foods, cheaper, 10 cents cheaper. Oh, another step higher. We made more profit. With games, oh, we're gonna add some more effects. We're making it more entertaining than the other game. Movies, it's all the same thing. Everyone's just trying to do profit over what really matters, the people. And what do we do? What do we do? If we've established the final summary, the final claim being that social media comparisons, dopamine optimization for corporate profit, artificial food, and testosterone blocking products had led to a social formulaic reduction in men's overall mental health, what do we as people do as a response? It's kind of a touchy subject, but we just have to sit down and understand what's going on. With any problem, if you don't know what the problem is, you can't fix it. If you're hurt, if you're sad, if you don't know what that problem, why you are feeling that way, nothing will get fixed. That's the first step. That is the first step into fixing the problem. So I say again, my first hypothesis: men are more depressed than any generation.